Hello out there in ukulele land. It's Jeff from jeffrey-thomas.com, and I'm going to go ahead and preview up my ukulele tab for Michelle by the Beatles. So make sure you are requesting this off the website and we can follow through together. So let's get started. I've got the intro for you, which is always a great place to start. F minor over E, F minor over E flat, F minor over D, B flat minor 9, and then C. So let me run that again. Ready, go. Alright, so then you're into the tune. And notice how I'm using this C here instead of this C. More on that later. When we jump into the verse, we're also using a specific voicing of F over A with your pinky down here. We want to keep that C on top. So here we go from the verse. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3. A lot of people have problems with this B flat minor 7 chord. It's just gonna take a little bit of doing to get it done. And then we move to E flat 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, third line. Series of diminished chords. Don't be afraid. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Trying to rip off the guitar parts on this recording as usual. So there's movement here on these diminished chords. First measure, third line. 1, 2, 3, 4, or just hang with this first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You don't have to do the movement, especially if it's going to interrupt your singing. A lot of my students are singing and playing, and we don't want strumming patterns or chord voicings and movement that's going to get in the way of your singing, so we simplify everything. And then we're back to C. 1, 2, and to this diminished chord. 3, 4, and now we get to a regular C. But the connection from this B diminished chord to this C is really easy. I'm just moving my pinky up and then keeping it for that last measure of the third line. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then we're back up to the top of the verse. Together well. Okay, so that gets us through the two verses. Then, fourth line, F minor over C. Da, 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 da. A flat 7, 2, 3, and 4 to the fifth line, D flat. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, C, 2, and 3, and 4. Simply words that you'll understand. Okay, so far so good? Alright, so everything's mapped out on the tab, and then I have the other pages. This is just a walkthrough on page 1 for you. But let me explain some of the scribble. When you look down here at the lower left corner, you're going to see a horrible drawing of the right hand and the letter names that are associated with the fingers of your right hand. Thumb is P, first finger is I, middle finger is M, ring finger is A. This comes from classical guitar, and I'm sticking to it. Sometimes you'll see T for the thumb, but that's a deviation. And then the other thing in the other lower corner of the page over here, you can see the notations that are pretty standard for downstroke and upstroke, right? So you're going to have a mix of finger picking and strumming here, which is where most students who are trying to get out of that beginning, like, I just strum, which there's nothing wrong with just strumming. I'm not knocking it. But when you want to walk up the ladder, you're going to be doing a mix of things, you know? Mix of finger picking. right? And then going into strumming. So this is going to be a good walkthrough on this for you. It's a great tune. A lot of my students are picking it up and having some fun with it. We are simplifying some of the strum patterns and some of the chord movement so they can really catch on to the singing. But I think I've got everything pretty correct and in the original key, which is always important. Just proceed with caution. Anytime you're on the internet, if there's some guy called the Ukulele Teacher, he's notorious for putting things in a alternate key from the original, and he doesn't mention anything about it. But he's got a distracting accent. Ugh. Proceed with caution on the internet, my friends. And just request the tab through the website, and I'll go ahead and pass off the other pages to you, and you can get this one rolling. All right. Thank you.